What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Trey the Brute Daniels, here with some more news. Happy Monday to you all. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. As you can hear, I'm getting a little bit better each day. Thank you for all the good and well wishes that everyone's been giving me. You guys have been awesome. But over the weekend, we got some business to take care of. Avatar 2: The Way of Water came out. We got to talk about this box office situation. Because we already know crazy James Cameron came out flailing his arms around talking about this movie needs to make $2 billion in order to break even. Now, according to the budgets that he spent and all the reshoots and all other crap, this film technically costs about $800 million, give or take, if those numbers are to be believed. That is ludicrous. I'm going to go and pretend like those numbers don't exist because that is insane. So let's just talk about the box office. It didn't do bad. However, a lot of people and a lot of critics, including Box Office Mojo, shout outs to them, saying that this movie did not do as well as everybody was projecting it to do. Which is crazy because it made nearly $450 million. So it made $434 million worldwide. Here's the issue. The domestic box office was $134 million. That is what the concerning thing is over this weekend. They were really expecting the domestic sales to go through the roof. And it did not. People in the States are not interested in this joint the way it used to because this franchise is old as dust and never was good enough for a sequel. The original Avatar was a phenomenon. It's not up for debate. It's what it is. Was it a great movie? Absolutely not. Visually stunning? You bet your cheeks. But it's not a movie itself that holds water that can carry a franchise. So it did well internationally. $300 million internationally. But here's the problem. China. China only got $57 million. They were really banking for China to really be throwing hundreds of millions of dollars at this film. And that did not happen. At all. So, by all accounts, it's a successful opening weekend, but by its metrics of how much money they think this thing is supposed to bring in, it's not doing well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, how does this compare to the original Avatar? Now, original Avatar opening weekend was $77 million. Now, here domestically, here's the kicker. When folks went to go see this movie spread like wildfire. Because all the people that went to see it initially went and told everybody else to go see it. So now everybody kept going in droves about this phenomenon, this experience that everybody had. And even if we look down at the openings for China during this time period, which is all the way down here, was $40 million. $40 million opening weekend for China. Which is really, 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 really good. But ultimately, how much? $202 million for the Chinese market. That's insane. And there's no way those numbers are getting to that point again. I think that it was a wonderful, beautiful thing for its time. It is no longer capturing audiences anymore. Amazing 3D animation is not anything that's new. It's over. I mean, like, in the whole price tag of you have to make $2 billion in order for this thing to be a success. It's not happening. I strongly doubt that. And I got a bold prediction here. I have a bold prediction that this joint is going to fall off big time next weekend. Now, I know next weekend is the holiday weekend, and a lot of people go to the movies for some reason. But I don't think that this joint is going to make the money it's going to make. I am predicting that this joint is going to have a 50% drop off next weekend. I am pretty much 100% certain that it's going to drop dramatically. I'm ultimately predicting that this film is going to make between $750 and $800 million by the time of the end of its run. But this joint is not going to see $1 billion. This joint is not going to make $2 billion. And ultimately, if the numbers that they are putting out are true, this film will be the most expensive flop in the history of cinema. Imagine a film making $800 million and not being money in your pocket. If numbers are true, that would be nuts. That will be nuts. But if the numbers are fabricated, then this joint's going to do well for James Cameron and all the other nonsense. But yeah, this is not a $2 billion film. It will not make it. I am 100% certain this joint will not make that money. Pretty much nobody's interested. And everybody that's going to see this movie, I believe has already seen it. Especially for the domestic audience. $134 million. Those are all the people that are already planned to go see this movie. It is not going to be a word of mouth like, hey, everybody go see this movie. That's not happening. It's over. I think they're already peaked. It might make... I'm being generous. I'm going to be generous and say $300 million domestically over its run. That's my feelings on it. I don't think this thing has rewatchability. So let me know. What do you think? Do you think Avatar 2 is going to make $2 billion? Heck, do you think it's making $1 billion? Let me know in the comment section below. And do all those great YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe. When you subscribe, don't forget the little bell alert and share the video. As always, you guys have been awesome, and I'll catch you all next time. Also, if you want to support my channel, check out SpinWiz.com or download the SpinWiz app and check out my comic series, Trouble. It was written with a lot of love, and it was definitely my favorite comic series to write. I've also written it in English and in Spanish, so whatever floats your boat, I got it for you. Thanks again, and check it out.